What's up, college football fans, quarterback fans, SEC quarterback fans, and today, Texas fans. Welcome to another QB Spotlight video. Today we're talking about Texas quarterback Quinn Ewers, one of the top quarterbacks heading into the SEC in 2024, right? Still getting used to talking about Texas being the SEC, but we're going to talk about Quinn Ewers. We're going to talk about the improvements he made in 2023 and kind of the outlook for Quinn and what we think can potentially happen with another year and experience. We've been going through all the quarterbacks in the SEC, and we've talked about new hires, new portal guys, and so today we're talking about Quinn Ewers. If this is your first time tuning in, sincerely thank you for tuning in to the QB Spotlight channel. We're just a big quarterback hub. We talk all things quarterback, specifically the SEC kind of quarterback position. We spend a lot of our time covering SEC quarterbacks, from recruiting, from film breakdowns to just talks like this. We also have a podcast. Season 2 just started, where we have current and former college and pro quarterbacks on. We have coaches that come on. We have skill trainers that come on, and they just kind of talk about their experience. So anything related to the college position or the quarterback position in that case is fair game there. So if you like the quarterback position, if you like college football, please consider subscribing. So let's talk Quinn Ewers. Let's talk about the improvement he made in 2023. Like what happened? I think a few things happened that allowed Quinn to take that next steps. I think one, it was the consistency, right? Things just gelled. And the ability to gel within the offense, I think, led to more of a more consistent performance for Quinn Ewers. The stats in 2023, he had 3,479 yards passing. His completion percentage was right at 69. His yards per attempt were 8.8. 6 interceptions, 22 touchdowns, and 5 touchdowns on the ground. To me, 3 areas really stick out on what he was able to improve on and why he had such a good season in 2023. Number one, the accuracy. He went from, in 2022, being a guy who was missing some throws here and there. Yeah, there were some injuries, but his completion percentage was 58%. So he went from 58% in 2022 to 69 in 2023. I still think there's room for improvement there, but I think he was able to get in a rhythm better. He felt more comfortable in the offense, and it showed with his accuracy. Number two, he was able to push the ball downfield a bit more. Now, I still think that's an area that you want to attack. We're going to talk about that. But he went from 7.4 in 2022 yards per attempt to 8.8. I think he had 16 completions. A pass was thrown 20 yards or more, which is in the lower half of the Big 12, and not great by any means, but the offense was structured a bit differently. And again, we'll get to that in a little bit, but I think that's an area you can still improve on. But he improved by 1.5 yards almost. That's a big difference. And number 3, I think it was the use of his legs, his athleticism in general. Not that he was gonna outrun a cornerback, but he was a timely runner. In 2022 he had like negative 50 yards on the ground, right? Of course, a lot of that is sacks, but still negative 50 yards. He only had 75 yards on the ground this year, but it was timely. He had 5 touchdowns on the ground. So not a blazer, but he's not a statue by any means in the pocket. I think that was a big area of improvement. You just saw more athleticism, right? So he's more accurate. He pushed the ball downfield, and he was able to use his legs. So good areas of improvement, right? So why was he able to improve? What are some reasons that led to that improvement? I think it's 2 things. I think the most basic, most easiest, and probably the most accurate answer is just he had more experience. It was another year in college. It was another year with Coach Sark learning the offense. I think experience played a huge role. He had a lot more time with the offense, was able to gel with the guys. So I think number 1, it was just more experience led to better play. And number 2, man, he had NFL guys all around him. Running back, NFL. And then 3 guys to throw to that are going to be in the league? 4 guys, right? From Mitchell coming in, to Worthy, to Sanders, to Whittington. I mean, you had 3 or 4 NFL guys around to throw to in an NFL running back. And not to mention, the run game got going. He used a lot of play action. It took pressure off of Quinn. So I think those are reasons that led to a really good 2023 season that led to those areas of improvement. So looking forward, right? What does 2024 look? And again, the outlook of 2024, I'm filming this, it is, I can't read my watch, it is January 31st, 2024, right? So we have 7-8 months till kickoff, till college football happens. So we'll have a lot more videos of Quinn, I'm sure, but we're just getting the ball rolling. What's the outlook for 2024? I know it's way too early, but I would look for another jump. He took a big jump from 2022 to 2023. I would look for another jump from 2023 to 2024. I think there's a few reasons why. I think one is just more experience, more time with Sark, more time to develop. He was a young freshman in college. This point's beaten to a drum, essentially, if that's even a saying. But everyone talks about Quinn, entering college early, so I think it's still relevant though. So another year of experience, another year with the offense, and you're going to have another talented cast around you, more NFL guys around you. Even though those 3-4 guys are leaving the league that we just mentioned, you have guys coming in. You have a really talented running back room to get the run game going, to open up the play action that Quinn was so good with. And you got Bolden coming in from Oregon State, Golden from U of H, of course Isaiah Bond from Bama. You got 3 legit guys that can go too. You got speed, right? So I think that's going to help, and that's going to improve the ability to push the ball downfield. I really do. I think with those receivers, I think you're going to be able to spread the ball out, but I think you're going to have some more deep shots. I think you're going to be able to push the ball downfield and throw a bit more vertically whenever you need to. I think that was a big thing that Quinn was talked about a lot. Like, hey, he hasn't pushed the ball downfield, and I agree that's an area to improve on. But when it mattered, he did. In the big games against Alabama, he had some really big throws and connected on them when it happened. So I look for him taking the jump. I look for him to continue to take care of the ball. His TD to interception ratio was almost 4-1 last year, so it was better than 3-1. So I look for another season of taking care of the ball. He had 6 picks in 2022 and 6 picks in 2023. And the attempts, the yards, the touchdowns all went way up in 2023. So a lot more chances to get picked off, but it didn't happen. There are a few things I think are fair to bring up. Not bad things, but I think are fair to bring up. And it's part of Sark's offense, what I'm about to say. So again, not a bad thing. I think they rely on play action a ton, and they rely on getting the ball out quick, throwing passes behind the line of scrimmage. Last year in play action, he led the Big 12 in completions in play action. The only quarterback that had more dropbacks that were under play action was Dylan Gabriel. I think Quinn, more than half of his passes were from play action. So you got to get the play action game going. You got to get the run game going, which is fine. It's part of Sark's offense. That's not a big deal. As long as he can deliver whenever the SEC, whenever some of the teams they play shut down the run, as long as he can deliver without the use of play action, I don't think it's a bad thing to use play action. So some people view it as a negative, and it can be if you're not good without the use of play action. But I think Quinn is, and I think he can be good, right? So there's something to say. And then, of course, the 26.9% of his completions were thrown behind the line of scrimmage. That's a lot. But at the same time, the offense calls for that. They get the ball out quickly. When you have guys like Worthy that can take it to the house on the screenplay, that's what you do. You have guys like that this year too. So I still expect to see that happen. But with the SEC, I think that they may give that to you a bit more, and you may have to take some deep shots, right? So I think it's fair. I think those are fair questions to pose about Quinn in 2024. But I don't think those are bad things by any means, right? I think overall, heading into 2024, he's one of the top quarterbacks in the SEC. And I think another year under his belt is only going to lead to better play. Another year of an offseason, another year of meshing with guys, even new guys coming in. You still have these 7 or 8 months to build that camaraderie, to kind of build that trust with one another as you head into camp. So I think another year is going to be huge. And with Quinn, before we end this video, we're going to have a film breakdown coming out probably in a few days. Maybe next week, maybe the end of this week. But I'm going to do a film breakdown of Quinn. Again, YouTube makes it kind of hard. They don't like film breakdowns, but I'm going to do it anyways, even if they don't, even if it's not monetized, I'll go ahead and put it out there and just kind of give a film breakdown of 2023 of things he did well. I'm going to, again, touch on the improvement in his accuracy, the improvement with his legs, and the improvement of pushing the ball down field, right? So again, looking at the 2024, it's way too early, but we're going through all these SEC quarterbacks, and I think Quinn has the ability to, he has the ability to potentially be the best quarterback in the SEC next year if things happen, but certainly heading into 2024, he's one of the top quarterbacks in the SEC. So Texas fans or quarterback fans, whoever's watching, let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Quinn in 2023 and what you think the outlook is in 2024. And we'll have that film breakdown video coming out soon. Again, if you like this video, if you're an SEC fan, we're really transitioning to a lot of SEC quarterback content. So if you like that kind of content, please consider sharing and subscribing, liking, and stay tuned for all the podcasts and the interviews we have coming up as well. Some exciting guests coming on. So with that said, thanks for watching. Share, like, subscribe, all that stuff. We'll see you next time.